Hi, I'm Jennifer Sullivan, Director of New Student Experience and Parent Programs at Thames Academy. And this is going to be the very first of our ongoing web video series on transitioning skills for parents and students with learning disabilities as they apply to college. So today's test video is going to be on the top 10 college readiness skills that successful students and parents need now. So starting with skill number 10, the skill that students need is money management. You need to learn how to use those debit cards and credit cards. Parents, have your son and daughter use an ATM, know their PIN number, and know how to put the card in and take money out. Skill number 9 is keeping important papers organized and in sight. A lot of this information can be organized now using a cell phone. Students often take pictures of important papers and then will hold them in their phone or text them to a parent or to someone else that can hold those important papers. Sometimes it's important to print those papers out and to keep them in places that a student will find, whether it's in their backpack or taped to the back of a door or taped to their wall over their bed. Skill number 8 is storing usernames and passwords. Often in college, there are many email accounts that students will need, including the college email address that many faculty instructors will use to email homework assignments or other important documents to the student. It's very important that they can keep track of and remember all the different usernames and passwords that they may be required to have. Skill number 7 is medication management. And medication certainly is something that students will need to independently take, monitor, and dispense to themselves in college. This is one of the toughest skills for parents to relinquish control to their son and daughter because of the importance of so many of the medications that they will take. But absolutely, when your son and daughter is entering a college environment, they will absolutely need to monitor and remind themselves to take these medications. This includes refilling medications as well, so have your sons and daughters practice calling the drugstore now and speaking to a pharmacist, knowing where to locate the prescription the prescription number on their bottle, and having it delivered to them or going to the pharmacy to pick it up. Skill number 6 is doing laundry. This includes doing laundry, not only your clothes, but knowing that sheets and blankets need to be washed every week also. It's important that students can keep track of not only their laundry detergent, fabric softener, and dryer sheets, but that they also can hold on to their laundry card. Washers and dryers don't use quarters anymore. They use laundry cards or an account that's linked to a student's ID. Skill number 5 is being a problem solver. And parents, this really starts with you. This starts with the language that you use at home. When your son or daughter comes to you with a problem, saying something like, "How do you think you would solve that?" And often your sons and daughters are going to have the right answer, but just may not have the confidence right now to know and to trust themselves that that's the right answer. So parents, resist the urge to jump in and help. Resist the urge to throw your son and daughter that life preserver. Let them struggle a little bit. Let them bring that problem to you before you quickly solve it. College readiness skill number 4 is setting those alarm clocks and using them. It's really, really important that your son and daughter begins to wake themselves up in the morning using their own alarm clock. In addition, alarm clocks can be really useful to help students manage and to set time allocations. So if your son tends to play video games or to look at YouTube for hours, perhaps think about setting a timer on his phone or using a digital timer even. This can also be helpful to students who have anxiety around homework. Set a timer and allow them to only do homework for 15 minutes and then say when the buzzer goes off that timer is done. Skill number 3 is knowing your social security number. In college, the social security number is often how you're known to a business office or to a registrar. At larger colleges and universities who may not know you by name, the social security number is often your student ID number. This can also be a password sometimes for email addresses. So knowing the entire social security number is certainly important. If you can remember the last 4 digits, that can be helpful. College readiness skill number 2 is writing a professional email. In this generation, students are very comfortable using informal language as they text and type to each other, but writing to their instructor, their coach, or the Disability Student Services office may require something that's more formal. So have your son and daughter create an email address, something that sounds professional, that might use their first name and their last name, that doesn't use any slangs or nicknames, or maybe even have numbers in it or of a birth date. Using the subject line, introducing and summarizing the content of their email. Also writing "Dear Professor," not using words like "hey" or "yo" or "what's up." Also closing an email with their name. Sometimes students forget to include their name and think that the instructor will know just based on the email address. but sometimes email addresses are very cryptic, and instructors don't always think to look back to the email address to know who is writing to them. And the final college readiness skill, and one of the most important, is knowing how to make your bed. I've had many families who have said, well, we practiced over the summer and my son can make his bed, he can put on a fitted sheet, can put on a flat sheet, but then we came to college and he realized that his bed was up against a wall and was on the top bunk. So think about these possibilities, anticipate these possibilities, and have your son or daughter practice putting on that fitted sheet or top sheet as if they were on the top bunk or had very little space to maneuver. All right, thank you for listening to our test video of the top 10 college readiness skills, and check back for our next video coming soon. Bye-bye.